So let us continue vitamin that is water soluble vitamins. Okay, under water soluble vitamins you have already seen some of the vitamins. What are those vitamins? These vitamins include vitamin B1, vitamin B2 and vitamin B3, vitamin B3. Okay, so vitamin B1, B2 and B3. So what is the deficiency manifestation of vitamin B3, that is niacin? You have already seen pellagra deficiency manifestations of vitamin B3, that is niacin. Pellagra is a condition where there is involvement of gastrointestinal tract, central nervous system and skin. So there is dermatitis, there is dementia and also diarrhea is there. Okay, another one you have seen the short note mainly, that is beriberi. Okay, beriberi, the symptoms, there are three types: dry, wet and infantile beriberi. Okay, dry, wet and infantile beriberi is there. These are the some of the points of B1, B2 and B3. Next is under water soluble vitamin is vitamin C. You already seen vitamin C structure in brief, that is it resembles hexose, that is C6H12O6. Formula of vitamin C is C6H8O6. It is ascorbic acid. Okay, also called ascorbic acid, and you have to remember that vitamin C is a strong reducing agent. Okay, vitamin C, as I told, this is the formula vitamin C. This is the formula for vitamin C. Okay, already over this. So this formula no need to remember, you can just write, if chemistry is there, C6H8O6 enough. Vitamin C rich source citrus fruits, amla, orange, lemon and all. Good source green leafy vegetables and all. But milk is poor source. Okay, milk is poor source. Okay, what is the RDA? 60 milligram per day. Adult, pregnancy and lactation, nearly 80 milligram per day is required. Now let us see what are the biochemical functions of vitamin C. So one of the most important point you have to remember is vitamin C is required for the synthesis of collagen. What is collagen? Collagen is a ground protein. Okay, collagen is the most abundant protein in the animal kingdom. Okay, it constitutes about 25% of total protein in the body. This collagen is specially formed in the tissues like fibroblast in connective tissues and osteoblast in bones and all. Okay, so it is a most abundant protein in the body. This collagen is most abundant protein in the body. So it functions as collagen gives support to the organ. It is required for wound healing and coagulation in the blood vessel. When collagen is exposed, the platelets adhere and there is a formation of thrombus formation, clot formation. For that, that collagen is required. Okay, so it mainly gives collagen support to the organ. It is the most abundant protein in the body. So for the synthesis of collagen, vitamin C is required. This is the most important function of collagen. Vitamin C is required for the conversion of, vitamin C is required for the conversion of inactive protocollagen to active collagen. Inactive collagen is protocollagen. For the conversion of inactive to active collagen, vitamin C is required. See, vitamin C is required as a cofactor in lysyl hydroxylase and prolyl hydroxylase enzymes. These are the two enzymes, lysyl hydroxylase and prolyl hydroxylase. These are the two enzymes which convert certain lysine and proline residues of protocollagen, okay, to form hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline. So what are these two enzymes? Prolyl hydroxylase and lysyl hydroxylase is required for the conversion of amino acid, this lysine and proline residues of protocollagen to hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline. For the conversion of this hydroxyproline and for the production of hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline, these are two enzymes required, prolyl hydroxylase and lysyl hydroxylase. So what is the function of vitamin C here? Vitamin C is required as a cofactor. You know what is cofactor. So vitamin C is required as a cofactor in these two enzymes. What are those enzymes? Lysyl hydroxylase and prolyl hydroxylase. So what is the function of lysyl hydroxylase and prolyl hydroxylase? They convert certain lysine and proline residues of protocollagen to hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline. So this hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline is required for collagen cross linking, and thus the formation of active collagen. What is this is little bit confusion. You can read it and you will understand. So this is the function. Vitamin C is required for the conversion of inactive collagen. Inactive collagen is called as protocollagen to active collagen. That is explained here. This no need to necessarily to write. If it is a 5 marks question, you can write. So what is the function of vitamin C is conversion of inactive protocollagen to active collagen. So collagen is the most abundant protein which gives support to the body. So for the formation of inactive collagen to active collagen, vitamin C is required. How it is required? It acts as a cofactor in two enzymes, lysyl hydroxylase and prolyl hydroxylase, which convert lysine and proline to hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline. So this hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline is required for collagen cross linking, so that active collagen is formed. So for the formation of active collagen from protocollagen, vitamin C is required as a cofactor for enzymes. Okay. So this is same thing is given in sentence, hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine. This is little bit not clear. So what is written first is proline bar lysine. Okay, down it is hydroxyproline bar hydroxylysine. Okay, means proline and lysine, proline is converted to hydroxyproline and lysine is converted to hydroxylysine by the enzyme, these two enzymes. Okay, lysine hydroxylase and proline hydroxylase. This is the post transcriptional hydroxylation, post-translational hydroxylation. Okay. uh, that is for the synthesis of active protein from inactive protein. So this for the conversion of immature collagen to mature collagen, okay, this collagen cross-linking is required. This, which one is forms collagen cross-linking? This hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine forms collagen cross-linking, thus helps in the formation of immature collagen to mature collagen. Okay. So hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine, you can see last sentence, which is required for the collagen cross-linking, thus for the formation of active collagen. So immature collagen to mature collagen, or inactive collagen to active collagen, or protocollagen to mature collagen, both, all three words same, immature or inactive. Okay, immature or inactive to mature collagen or active collagen. Vitamin C is required. Indirectly, vitamin C is required as a cofactor for the enzymes. What are those enzymes? Lysyl hydroxylase and prolyl hydroxylase. Okay, that is the one. There are other hydroxylation reactions where vitamin C is involved. That is, tyrosine is an amino acid, you know. Conversion of tyrosine to dopamine. Okay, tyrosine to dopamine to epinephrine, vitamin C is required. Conversion of tyrosine to dopamine, actually vitamin C is required, which is converted to epinephrine. Okay, which is converted to epinephrine. Okay, there vitamin C is comes just above the dopamine. Okay, we have to, while writing, be careful. Tyrosine is converted to dopamine, just above the dopamine, that is vitamin C, which is converted to epinephrine, or adrenaline, which is emergency hormone. For the conversion of cholesterol to bile acid, actually bile acids are products of cholesterol. It is a sterol. It is a sterile cholesterol. So bile acids are derived from cholesterol, but vitamin C is required for that. Okay, so again vitamin C need to come above the arrow mark. Okay, here vitamin C need to come above the arrow mark. First reaction, tyrosine to dopamine, above the dopamine vitamin C is there. Cholesterol to bile acid, above the arrow mark vitamin C is there. Third one, for the conversion of tyrosine to para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvate, okay, which converted to homogenetic acid. Okay, tyrosine to para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvate, which convert homogenetic acid. For this conversion, vitamin C is required. For the conversion of para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvate to homogenetic acid, vitamin C is required. So there also in between para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvate to homogenetic acid, vitamin C comes. Okay, these are the other three reactions. So tyrosine, which comes under amino acid metabolism, so you don't have to study amino acid metabolism in detail, so you just remember the reaction in word. That is enough. So vitamin C is required for the synthesis of collagen, that is inactive to active collagen. That is one of the function. Second is vitamin C is required for the conversion of inactive protocollagen to active collagen. This is how it is explained. Next, it is required for the conversion of required for the synthesis of epinephrine or adrenaline hormone. Vitamin C is required for the synthesis of bile acid. Okay, so vitamin C is required for the synthesis of homogenetic acid. Okay. Next, absorption of iron, vitamin C required. These are all functions of vitamin C. For the absorption of iron, vitamin C is required. Iron, actually, for the there are some factors which enhance absorption of iron, which increases absorption of iron. So ascorbic acid or vitamin C is one of these. So ascorbic acid reduces iron from ferric to ferrous state, which is preferably absorbed. Okay. So why? Because iron is absorbed in the intestine in ferric state only. What is ferric? Fe2 plus in the ferrous state. Fe2 plus is ferrous, Fe3 plus is ferric. So this vitamin C reduces iron. In the first slide I told function, vitamin C is strong reducing agent. So vitamin C reduces iron from ferric to ferrous state. So iron is preferentially absorbed in ferrous state. Thus it enhances iron absorption from the intestine. How? It converts iron from the food from ferric to ferrous state. So iron is absorbed in ferrous state only. Thus vitamin C helps in the absorption of iron. So prevention of formation of methemoglobin. Hemoglobin, which is required for transport of oxygen, which is actually contains iron Fe, iron in heme means iron, globulin means protein. Hemoglobin, there are two parts. Heme means iron, globulin means protein. So heme part contains iron. So vitamin C prevents the formation of methemoglobin. Vitamin C helpful in the reconversion of methemoglobin to hemoglobin. See, hemoglobin as such, normal hemoglobin can bind to oxygen and it transport oxygen. Normal hemoglobin bind to oxygen and it transport oxygen. But in some chemicals and certain conditions, this hemoglobin is converted to methemoglobin. But what is the function of vitamin C, which is helpful for reconversion of methemoglobin to hemoglobin? So what is the defect of what is the disadvantage of methemoglobin? Methemoglobin cannot transfer oxygen. It cannot bind oxygen and it cannot transfer oxygen like normal hemoglobin. So methemoglobin is no use for transport of oxygen. So this vitamin C helpful in the reconversion of methemoglobin to hemoglobin. So indirectly it prevention of formation of methemoglobin. If methemoglobin is there, means it is converted to hemoglobin with the help of vitamin C. Okay. So next is antioxidant function. Antioxidant function of vitamin C. Antioxidant means which prevent free radical. Antioxidants, they are scavenging free radicals and other oxidant. What are antioxidants? See, free radicals are continuously produced in the body which cause damage to our body tissues. So we need to destroy free radicals. So what are these free radicals? Free radicals are defined as the atom or molecule that contains one or more unpaired electrons in their outermost orbital. So these free radicals are highly active and toxic. These free radicals are highly active and toxic. They can attack almost all biological biomolecules. Free radicals are highly active. They can attack almost all biological molecules. So what is the function of antioxidant? These antioxidants, they remove free radicals, which cause these free radicals cause damage to the tissue, and these antioxidants remove free radicals. They act as scavenging free radicals. Okay, so vitamin C is a strong biological nor natural antioxidant, thus inactivate the toxic oxygen free radicals. Free radicals are highly active and can attack almost all biological macromolecules, are implicated in the development of cancer, heart diseases, aging, cataract, etc. Okay, that is the antioxidant function. What about vitamin C deficiency? Okay, functions you have to write for collagen, protocollagen to collagen, absorption of iron. Okay, it prevent the formation of methemoglobin, then also antioxidant function. These you have to mention in the functions of vitamin C. Last is the deficiency, mainly because of avoiding fresh fruits, mainly citrus fruits, we get a deficiency of vitamin C. Okay, because these water soluble vitamins are excreted in the urine, they are not stored in the liver usually. Okay, vitamin C is a water soluble vitamin. Deficiency of vitamin C result in scurvy, scurvy. Again, this is one of the very important short note like pellagra and beriberi. Also, it may be asked as one word question or multiple choice question. Deficiency of vitamin C result in 1 pellagra, 2 beriberi, 3 scurvy, D none of this. So you have to tick scurvy. Vitamin C deficiency causes scurvy. That name is scurvy deficiency, mainly due to formation of defective collagen and low absorption of iron. So for formation of active collagen, vitamin C is required. For absorption of iron, vitamin C is required. How? It convert ferric to ferrous form. So iron is absorbed in ferrous form only, Fe2 plus. So vitamin C convert ferric Fe3 plus to Fe2 plus. Thus iron can be easily absorbed. So deficiency of vitamin C result in defective collagen formation and low absorption of iron. Okay, so this defective collagen formation result in, collagen is the ground substance, as I told, is the ground protein. Okay, so defective collagen formation result in fragile capillaries, weak and brittle bones, and decreases scar tissue formation. Okay, so painful, swollen, spongy, bleeding, gums, loose teeth, subcutaneous beneath the skin, hemorrhage, frequent fractures, and delayed wound healing. So all this because of defective collagen formation. Okay, that is the importance of vitamin C. Also, low absorption of iron result in, because vitamin C is required for absorption of iron, it converts ferric to ferrous form, iron is absorbed in ferrous form. So deficiency of vitamin C result in low absorption of iron. If iron is low means which end with anemia, particularly microcytic hypochromic anemia. Microcytic means small size of the RBC. RBC is usually 7 micron, smaller size, less than that. And hypochromic means RBC is red in color because of hemoglobin. Hypochromic is color of RBC is paler. Okay, so this is about vitamin C. So vitamin is required for absorption of iron. It is required for the production of production of collagen, and it's a very strong vitamin C is biological antioxidant. Okay, thank you.